You can see this is uterus. Okay. The fundus of the uterus, the body, and the cervix below that. Okay. Okay. What is the normal anatomical position of the uterus? It is anteflex and anteverted. Okay. So what is the anteversion? Anteversion is the angle between the hole of the uterus and the vagina, and anteflex means angle between the body of the uterus and the cervix. So both are anteriorly angulated, then it is known as the anteverted and anteflex. So this is the normal anatomical position. There are the variation when they can be angulated on the posterior aspect, known as the retroverted or retroflex. So there can be given to with the uterine tube and the ovary separately, or it can be attached with the urinary bladder. So if you know that the urinary bladder along with that, so obviously the urinary bladder will be on the anterior side, anterior to the uterus. So this will be the anterior aspect of the uterus because here the urinary bladder, and this will be the posterior aspect of the uterus. Okay, by seeing the position of the relation of the urinary bladder. But if urinary bladder is removed, okay, no other organ attached with the uterus, then how will you identify? So that is the main thing you have to decide, which is the anterior and the posterior aspect of the uterus. So how will you identify? I will tell you. So first, which are the parts? The fundus, body, and the cervix below that. Okay. So it is flattened anteroposterior. So it is having the anterior and the posterior surface and two lateral borders, right and the left. At cornu of the uterus. What is the cornu? It is the superlateral angle of the uterus, where it is having the attachment, three attachments. One is for fallopian tube, one is for trine ligament anteroinferior to the fallopian tube, and the other attachment is for the ovarian ligament, ligament of ovary, ovarian ligament which is posterior inferior to the attachment of the fallopian tube. So here we can see, I will show you, this is the uterus, this is the right border, the right border is attached to, or any border, the lateral border is attached to the broad ligament. This is the broad ligament. This upper border of the broad ligament is enclosing the fallopian tube, extending from the cornua of the uterus up to the this infundibulum. You can see infundibulum. Okay, the projection of the finger-like projection of the infundibulum. Okay, so that is your uterine tube. Now attachment on the anteroinferior aspect of the uterine tube, there is the round ligament. I will show you how it is. You can see this elevation on this part, this small elevation, this one. Okay, so lower pole or the medial pole is having the attachment of the ovarian ligament, which is extending from the medial pole of the ovary into the broad ligament up to the cornua of the uterus, which is posterior inferior to the fallopian tube. Got my point? And from this lateral pole or the upper pole originally, the other ligament is extending from here to lateral pelvic wall through the broad ligament, and that is known as the suspensory ligament of the ovary. What is the suspensory ligament of the ovary? The suspensory ligament of ovary is tracking the ovarian vessels, artery and the vein into the broad ligament through the suspensory ligament, and it supplies the branches to ovary through its anterior portion, that is hilum, and remaining part of the ovarian vessel go into the broad ligament just inferior to the fallopian tube, and from the medial, the uterine artery, after supplying the uterus and other structure, coming laterally on the inferior part of the inferior relation of the fallopian tube, and these two vessels, ovarian vessels from lateral and uterine from the middle, are anastomosing below the fallopian tube. So got it? So this is the ovary. The ovary is attached to the anterior posterior lip of the posterior layer of the broad ligament, and this is the over-end ligament. So there is a difference, the suspensory ligament of ovary and over-end ligament. So these are two different structures. The suspensory ligament is suspending the ovary from above because originally the ovary is vertical. So upper pole is attached to the suspensory ligament. Therefore, that is known as the suspensory ligament. Okay, and the over-end ligament is attached to the medial pole or lower pole of the ovary to uterus. So by just seeing the position of the ovary in relation to the broad ligament, you can see this. The part of the broad ligament between between the uterine tube, a fallopian tube, and the over-end ligament. This whole small segment of the broad ligament between the over-end ligament. Okay, this is the over-end ligament. You can see the ovary. This is the over-end ligament going towards the. So that part of the broad ligament between the uterine tube and the over-end ligament. So this fraction of the broad meso means folding of the peritoneal membrane, and salping means the fallopian tube. Salping means tube, to fallopian tube. Okay, so therefore it is known as the mesosalpinx between the uterine tube and the over-end ligament. Got it? So by this you can identify the anterior and the posterior aspect of the uterus. Got it?